And now, from the Sunnybrook Ballroom in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, it's the Bring 'em Out podcast with your hosts, Joel Richardson and Alan Hill.
Hey everybody, we're here at the Sunnybrook Ballroom inside the podcast studio with another episode of Bring 'em Out. I'm Alan Hill, here with Soul Joel himself, Joel Richardson, and today we are flying solo, buddy.
Flying solo post both our birthdays.
Yeah, we're...
You're back in biz. You had your first gig where you had your last gig.
Yes.
How does it feel?
Dude, awesome. So the same night I turned 50.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was really fun. There was a whole there's a tale. First of all, we were opening up for Band of Llamas, big shout out to the Lippies and everybody else in that band.
Everything I saw was positive.
Everything.
The staff.
Dude.
Band of Llamas, you guys.
Everything was killer.
Okay.
McCleary's is great. Freddie and Danielle, I went to kindergarten with Danielle, the couple that owns the place. And so big connection there.
So there was a couple of Freds that night.
Yeah, totally, man. Yeah. There was, Fred was hanging out. There was the half of Manheim Township High School between 1981 and 1992 or so was there.
Yeah.
Just township everywhere. My high school being represented everywhere. I saw people there that I haven't seen since I left Manheim Township in 10th grade that night.
Was it packed?
It was packed. Yeah,
packed.
Between the two bands, we packed the place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like not to. I don't want to say use your birthday, but smart marketing tactic.
Dude, believe me, I wish I could take credit for it. They just happened to book a gig and ask us to be part of it.
Well, that's what I mean.
It happened to be my birthday. Woo!
No, the stars were aligning.
Exactly, man. Yeah. But we're gonna have to use that here next year.
Oh, absolutely. That's great, man. I'm down. But I saw like your eyes were closed, like.
Oh, I was
I
was in the zone.
Yeah, but so. I was going to ask you, obviously it's like riding a bike. Man.
Yeah.
But 25 years, even though you're playing a different song, is it just like that? Like you know what you're doing, you feel the way around.
Yes
obviously
and no.
Ray Charles was blind,
right.
He can't see anyway.
Right.
But is it like that?
Dude, it is. Yeah, there are certain times, and especially when I'm in the zone. But I can play without looking for the most part. I look a lot. I still do, because I do a lot where my fingers are going from here to here, back to here, back to there. But I'll do that without looking too if I'm really in the zone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Your band has been practicing every Thursday, right? At least.
Exactly.
Once a week.
And we're one of the few. You're not going to find a whole lot of bands out there our age or even close that have practice once a week. You know what I mean?
Religiously.
Without,
And then you see bands on Facebook and stuff like that. They're doing shots and drinking and doing that. It's like how much are you playing?
I have friends that
could be just a hang.
I have people who I won't name that I love and respect that will consider the gigs their rehearsals. I find that slightly offensive, as much as I love those guys.
Yeah.
And some of them are good enough to do it, but for me, I like to, and I take risks when I play.
It's not a solo act.
Right.
You're a solo act. Do what you want.
It's a whole different thing. That's
thing.
a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But a band that's going out to, especially an improv-based
and
band,
worried about pieces and timing.
Yes. And we're not playing
being
the same.
in sync and on
the
beat.
same song is never being played the same twice either.
Right.
And we've got to rehearse so we know the bass level.
Yeah.
So we know how far we can go and how to get back and all these kind of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a real fun balancing act playing.
And regardless if you're playing your own music or a cover, you still have to be in sync.
Exactly. Or 98 degrees.
Not dead. But I do get the reference.
My man. So let me back up a step here.
Yeah.
So this is just stuff that happens with gigs. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I've been on the booking side of it with you, with the music and stuff for a long time now without doing any gigs of my own. So it's kind of fun and interesting being back on the other side of it, being the guy getting booked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so we, the Lippies were nice enough to invite us in on this gig about a month and a half ago. And so now we were waiting to start promoting it until we found out what room we were going to be in, because at McCleary's there's two different rooms that bands can play in. There's the big room in the back, which is where we ended up, and there's the small room where we usually play just when it's a Snap Squat show, and or most bands, that's where they play. And then if there's an extra big draw, it's like for you, if most comics are in the Melody room, and if it's Brewer or somebody, you put it in the ballroom. It's that kind of thing. right?
So this place is like that.
It's not that big though.
No. But still.
But it's like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have you kind of consider it 3 different rooms in there. They have like the dining room when you first walk in. Then they have then there's a bar that separates that dining room from the next dining room.
Yeah.
Then you walk through a doorway and you're in the back, which used to be an open patio, but they enclosed it over the years.
Okay.
And made it a giant indoor patio kind of feel.
Wow.
Yeah, with a big ass stage.
Okay.
And so we all wanted to play in that room. Obviously, everybody wants to play in that room because the stage is bigger and it's way more comfortable just as a musician. You know what I mean? So we decided to talk to Dave, the guy. The Lippies were talking to the sound guy. We talked to the owner just to see if we could get an answer on what room we were going to be in, so we could start promoting the show. Because we couldn't promote it until we could tell people where to make the reservation. So it took about 7 days to get an answer on what room it was in. So now by the time we started that process, we were about a month out. So it's now 3 weeks out. We can finally start promoting. Okay, so instantly,
Not easy.
not easy. It's and I mean this is how this stuff goes. It's all good. I'm not sweating any of this. You know what I mean? This is just I know how it goes. And having been on the other side of it with you, I can really roll with the punches now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So
You have no choice.
there's no choice. And why get pissed about anything that's out of your control? People are trying to get you answers. It's just they have a new event coordinator. Things were spinning. It's all good.
Yeah. They have priorities and on their chain of command as well.
Exactly. It's like they're not just sitting around saying, "Hey, how can we make Snap Squatch live easier?"
Yeah,
today?
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we get the answer. We now have 3 weeks. We hit Facebook hard. You know what I mean? And within a day or two, I know of at least 30 to 40 reservations that were made because of our band.
Yeah.
Okay. After another 4 or 5 days, I get a text from John Lippy. Hey, they've been seating everybody in the wrong room for our show. You have to have everybody that made a reservation call back and tell them to be in the other room.
But why can't they just move it?
Because they didn't know exactly who was reserving for the band and just reserving for dinner.
Okay.
So they start just chucking everybody in the other room. You got people that didn't want to see the band. You know what I mean? So all good. Again, just a little mistake. They gave the wrong information to the head waitress, and that was it.
Yeah.
So now we make the correction. Everybody's now we're like 10 days from the show. You know what I mean?
We're not interested in the lamb. We're here to see Band of Llamas and Snap Squatch. Totally. If you could just put us in the back.
Yeah. I'd just like some shepherd's pie, please.
Yes.
Best shepherd's pie in Lancaster County, by the way. And,
seriously?
Oh, yeah, they
Oh,
have.
yeah, I was just joking on play of words.
Yeah, no, they have.
Yeah.
They have like like the Scott of Lancaster there. You know what
that's
I mean?
awesome. Yeah.
It's great. It's
Oh,
great.
that's awesome.
So we got all that crap worked out.
Yeah.
All of it is worked out. Then we go for gig night. Now, the sound guy there is a buddy of mine named Dodd. Now, we have an interesting relationship, me and Dodd. He's a good dude. If you see this, Dodd, I love you, man. But we've had our battles with him as a sound man over the years.
Okay.
Put it that way. And he has gotten to the point where he's solid and he can do his job. Okay?
Yeah.
But we hadn't been there for 2.5 years, and I forgot the one rule of thumb with Dodd is you always put a song for our band that has both guys, me and Gavin, taking guitar solos in the first song, because he doesn't do a full band sound check. He'll only do the instruments separately,
Okay.
not do a full band, which is a nightmare for a band that does improv.
Yeah.
Right? So we always knew that we had to put an inconsequential song early in our first set so he could work out the kinks, then we can let it fly.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's his little quirk.
Just one of his quirks. Dude's
Yeah.
a good dude. Dude was a bubblehead. You know what a bubblehead is? I didn't.
Don't.
That means he was a submariner. He was like in the Navy and was a submarine guy.
Oh, wow.
He was telling us a story after the show about how he was in a burning submarine one time with 12 dudes and their lives were in danger and this whole thing, and they got out.
He lived to tell about
Lived
it.
to tell the tale. Lived to run sound for Snap Squatch and Band of Llamas.
Dude, that's wild. Where was he?
I don't remember, but I do remember him saying he trained out of England.
Okay.
So it might have been over there somewhere. I don't remember. I was in and out of
Either
the
way,
story.
scary.
Dude, and like, whoa. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So all respect to Dodd. You know what I mean? As I'm telling this story, because I am
Yeah.
going to make fun of him in a second.
But you didn't do the solo.
Well, here's what happened.
Okay.
So first song happens.
Sip.
First song happens. And it's a Gavin solo song.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're 30 seconds into the song, and I look over to Gavin, and he is livid. Okay. I see him looking out in the crowd, and he's going like this. And he'll be cracking up at home watching this because I know we will see this, and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I looked over and I was like,
Gavin
oh.
did that or Dodd?
Gavin did that.
Okay.
Gavin's doing this right in the middle of our song.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's bad. If something's bad, if Gavin's like showing that, because we have our issues on stage.
The
but
fact that he's showing emotion.
boom,
Okay.
boom. Anything other than I'm just playing the song,
Yeah.
it's weird and something's up.
Yeah.
So I never even got to talk to him. I still haven't talked to him. I'm not 100% sure what went down, other than I know for sure he couldn't hear himself.
Okay.
Other than that, there might be something over and above that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Dodd comes running over.
What's Dottie doing?
Dude, Dodd comes running over. And I see them going back and forth. And then Gav looks happy. And I was like, okay, we're good. I can hear myself. Now apparently Gav can hear himself.
Okay.
The song goes off without a hitch from that point forward.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody in the crowd could tell anything was wrong anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Had you eaten anything at this point?
No.
Okay.
No, but
I was asking for a friend.
but our drummer was on mushrooms.
Okay.
They may not have kicked in at that point.
Snapping something.
But no, I did not take anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I made up for that after the show, but not during.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to.
Get the lay of the land.
Paint the picture, properly frame things.
Love it, dude.
Yo, Gavin seems upset. We're good.
That's so awesome. Oh my god. So that song ends. Everything goes well. People applaud. It seems everything seems good. We start song number 2. I'm turned down 75%. I can now no longer hear myself. I mean, barely. You know what I mean? Like a whisper from across the valley.
Are you panicking?
100%.
100%.
I'm playing cool.
And I know what that's like.
Yeah, dude, you do. I know.
I try to act cool as a cucumber.
Totally.
Rarely happens.
Right there with you. Yeah. Right there with you. I'm trying to act cool like a cucumber. I'm simultaneously really worried and mad.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it was good. You know what I mean? It was good. And but now I have to solo, and I can't hear myself. Now that is a tricky proposition.
Right.
Okay. And so luckily I've done this before. I kind of know what it sounds like just because I know where my hands are and what those notes sound like in my head, kind of. So I fake my way through it best I can. Jury is out on how good it sounded because I haven't seen the show tape yet, which I will eventually. And I get on the mic and I say, Dot, I'm going to need some more guitar in the monitor. Or no, I said I'm going to need more of myself in the monitor. And he comes running over, and it was like, he was all confused, man. He comes running over. He's like, what do you need? Drums? Vocals? And I was like, no, I need more of me in the monitor, Dot. And he goes, what? Drums? Like, what do you need? What do you need? And I just said, and this is what all the guys in the band came up to me.
You've never played the drums.
Dude, I've never played the drums. I don't even have a mic in front of me. I'm not singing this night at all.
Yeah. So strike one, strike two.
Strike 2, right? And everybody came up to me after the show and was like, this is the quote of the night. I said, Dodd, and I kind of put my guitar like this. I said, Dodd, what the fuck am I playing here?
Yeah.
And it was the perfect thing because to Dodd's credit, it was like I splashed him with cold water and he goes, oh, you need more guitar in the monitors? I got you. And he did. And
Okay.
we were perfect the rest of the night.
Really?
So thank you, Dodd.
So potentially on the spectrum.
Potentially, yes.
Potentially, okay.
Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
He's a different cat, man.
No, I'm just saying that's a quirk.
And everybody that ends up behind the soundboard
Yeah.
is way likely for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, dude,
It's a very special type.
Same thing happened with I had to call up and I was updating my website.
Oh, okay.
And the guy was on and I'm sure they get an earful every day. So I'm just sitting there and I made a joke. Mm-hmm. And the guy gave me nothing. Like me, episode 1 through 10.
That's so awesome.
That in the business is called a callback.
That's a callback.
To see if Alan's listening because I knew I gave him nothing.
That's a callback,
Yeah.
baby. That was the best.
I'm here for it.
It's still one of my favorite
Now,
moments ever.
yeah. So that being said, let's move on. So when he gives me nothing,
Yeah.
I go, hey, buddy, that's a joke. He goes, oh, I'm sorry. I just, I didn't realize. I go, well, the website that we're on is souljoels.com or SJP Comedy, which are both on the thing. And he read them aloud to me.
Oh,
I go, just so you know, I go, that's, it's comedy means laughter, means it's a comedy club. He goes, oh, well, I'm sorry. And I go, man, we are just like moths to a flame, buddy. I go, even when we call customer service, that's who's answered the phone. He goes, I'm a nerd. He goes, and I'm just really into my job, and I want to make sure you're getting the best service possible. I go, and I just want to make sure you're enjoying yourself because I appreciate your. Oh, that's what it was. I said, thank you for your service. He goes, I am not a veteran, sir. And I go, I had a sneaky suspicion. Yeah.
Oh, wow. wow.
I didn't think you were fighting Al Qaeda.
Literal to the end.
Yeah, you're fighting viruses.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe hackers.
Yeah, maybe he's in the espionage department or something, running the computers.
Yeah. And I go, but I run a comedy club, buddy. He goes, oh, okay.
Dude, that's priceless.
Dude, the best.
Oh, I love it, man.
So,
I love it.
so whenever you said
Yes.
that reaction, I go, dude, it's just, we are used to that. It's just in,
Moss to a flame, buddy.
it's in our universe.
I'm right there with you. It's
so
priceless,
funny.
man. Priceless.
Yeah.
And I saw Grateful Fred there, who was the one that took the picture of me in the hoodie.
Dude, so great, man. So great. And he took a lot of the pictures and
Yeah.
everything. And it's just like, that's what I love, man. I told you, years, I posted contests, but I couldn't get people to do it. And now people are doing it without me even thinking about it or knowing about it.
Yeah, the Soul Joel's in different locations. Yes, which is so awesome. I wasn't even thinking about it. I just wearing my Soul Joel hoodie because that's what I do. You know what I mean?
Because it was unseasonably chilly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I just got my head shaved, so I was especially chilly after the show when I went outside.
Perfect. Yeah.
I'm popping on the hoodie. Oh man, I forgot.
Overall, good birthday.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable because it was a
Best way to bring in the 50s.
super cool, dude.
Which is crazy to even think about, buddy.
Wild, bro.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm 50. I mean,
Mid 40s.
and I only look 70.
Yeah. His words, not mine.
Dude, so another funny thing happened. I almost forgot. So we're standing outside. A bunch of us are standing outside. There was like I said, there was half a reunion, high school reunion.
Just a
going on.
fun hang. Now, at this point, you already had performed.
It's the hang, and
Okay.
it's like Band of Llamas was on, and I was in and out. You know,
Yeah,
I watched.
yeah.
Probably watched an hour of their hour and a half. But the rest of it was
you're
outside.
you're also enjoying the ride, so you're talking to people, but you're doing it politely, which a lot of people don't understand. Whether it's comedy or music, don't catch up in the room.
100%. That's I always. I'm like, let's go outside if we're talking.
You're doing.
You know
you're
what I mean?
Professional courtesy. You're hanging outside.
Yes.
'Cause of course, if you haven't seen them in 10th grade,
Yes.
do the math.
Gotta go say hi, man.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. So I'm hanging out, catching up with all these people. And earlier that evening, right after we were done, I met this woman who came over, showed me her ballet pose. Okay, she went full like side foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then announced to me that she can touch her toe to her nose. Mm-hmm. And then proceeded to make me guess her age, which, not this guy, buddy. I'm not dumb. You know what I mean? I never ask a woman if she's pregnant, and I never guess her age.
Yeah.
And if I do, I'm going to guess at least 4 decades under what I think it realistically is. All right?
Not if she's in her second trimester.
Darn right. Darn right. So this is now half an hour later, and I'm outside talking to people. And she comes out, and she goes, well, I'm looking for a gentleman to escort me to my car. And I said, well, you found your gentleman right here, lady. I took her by the arm, and I walked her half a mile to her car because this place, there's no parking. And sent her on her way, you know? But it was a fascinating little. I came back. Everybody's like, "Gentleman Al," you know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Meanwhile, I thought you were gonna be like, "Well, you were out of luck."
Yeah. That would have been funnier.
Strike 1, 2, and 3. But if you must insist, I will escort you to your car, milady.
That's awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it was priceless, dude. It was priceless. Great night.
So I had
Yeah, I want to hear about yours.
well, my birthday. I told you a little bit, but leading up to it, we had bingo, and then the first music band outside in the social house, like under the stars, with Hot Sauce Junkies.
Yes.
And Brett was not working, but came with his mom.
Oh, just to hang out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, because I've been planning stuff for other people, and I'm just hyper aware and socially aware. It was just already on my mind. So he goes, "Where would you say your favorite restaurant is?" And I'm like, I think I'm figuring that someone put him up to this. Like someone else wants to get me a gift card. So I'm like, dude, wherever, man. I obviously I'm not a picky eater.
Yeah, I've used that line myself.
Wherever. And Brett, in the nicest way possible, with a big smile on his face, was getting frustrated.
Oh my God, that's
So
awesome.
he finally just goes, "Listen, I'm looking to get you a gift card for your birthday." I can't take it anymore. This is why I'm like. And meanwhile, if it wasn't him, I thought he was asking on behalf of someone else.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. Because then right after that, I asked him. I go, there was a couple, and this is an amazing story about Sunnybrook. They met at a polka party or polka festival last year.
No way.
Yeah, and the guy, his name is Steve, has been coming to every dance. Mm-hmm. his girlfriend now is a widow
Mm-hmm.
and actually came to our speed dating, but because we had a wide variety of ages,
Yeah.
didn't find anyone.
Sure.
But had been coming, her and her daughter have been coming to my events for years.
Cool.
Since Royersford and everything.
Oh, very cool.
So they end up meeting. They just celebrated their 1 year anniversary.
Okay.
And I posted a picture. They started getting recognized all over town. They said they went shopping here and there. They're like, "You're the couple that just happy anniversary."
That's awesome.
And I'm like, dude, they're like, "You made us famous." I go, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Oh, you got recognized so many different places." But I wanted to post the picture before I did that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I forgot her name,
Okay.
you know, and in her early 70s, and I'm just not, you know what I mean? Like, you used to call, you know.
Listen, the amount
Mr.
of
and
names
Mrs.
you have up here is way more than most, my
But
friend.
she's one of the females. She has the same name as her daughter,
Okay.
which is what threw me.
Okay.
But I sent Brett over. I'm like, wish them a happy anniversary and get her name.
Yeah.
And he came over. He goes, "I wish him a happy birthday." I go, "And her name is?" He goes, "I forgot." I go, "Well, thank you."
Well, maybe he could use his sleuth skills to find their favorite restaurant.
Dude, and meanwhile,
Man, Brett.
all they're doing is looking back at us.
Dude, oh my God.
like-
yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, this isn't going
getting
well.
awkward
This
here."
is not going well at all." Yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, I love a Brett story.
And the other thing that really cool that happened was my sister Laura asked me, because she was working and Scott obviously was working in the kitchen and we've been busy, was to pick up both their daughters from soccer.
Okay.
So I picked them up. Peyton, the oldest one, went directly to work at the prom.
Mm-hmm.
And so McKenna and I, neat kid, man. She's 11 now. Her birthday was a few days before mine. And we're playing Frogger and Gatsby's,
nice.
and we're just talking. And she ended up saying, I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" She goes, "Well, actually, my teacher was just here, and she really enjoyed Soul Joel's." And I go, "Oh, did she come to a show?" I figured maybe she grabbed dinner or whatever. And she goes, "Yeah, and she really wants to buy a copy of your book." And I'm like, "Well, how would she know?" Because I don't mention it that much. You know, I mention it here and there, but it's not something that's in my speech. Like, you know, how many people have been here before? Who's here for the first time? It's not, "Hey, has anyone bought my book?"
Right,
I don't
totally.
really say that.
Right.
So she goes, "I'm doing a book report on your book." And I'm like, "Dude, this is amazing." And I posted it. And then I
awesome.
went and told Scott, and Scott goes, "My daughter's a liar." And just like my family, I'm up here and then right back down.
Pop that balloon in a hurry, huh?
And I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, he goes, "I shouldn't say liar." That's he goes, "But she is doing a book report. She has read your book, but I don't think she's doing a book report on your book."
That's so awesome.
Yeah, because, and then Laura told me she already is. It's this book, and it's, you know, the first week in May. Last week of school is like first or second week in June. So I doubt she's doing another book report. Dude. So I go, "Oh man, that's something."
God, that's priceless,
I
man.
go, "Well, it made me feel good for a minute,
Right.
an hour."
Yeah. Then they yank the carpet right
Yeah,
out
like,
from under you.
right out.
That's so awesome.
Oh my god, it's too funny, man.
Oh, and Scott, I'm sure, was just primed and ready.
Oh, dude, he just couldn't wait.
Totally.
Couldn't
That's
wait.
so awesome.
Yeah.
Scott is so sneaky funny, man.
Yeah.
You know, he's that quiet dude that's just sitting there waiting to snipe, you know, as we found out
Exactly.
when we had him on the pod, you know.
Yeah. Dude, and tonight we get to knock off another one of your lists.
Oh, this is awesome. We can
And-
talk about it because it's going to already have happened.
Yeah, and that's true. So a lot of people immediately when they thought it was Louis,
Oh,
because that's
back to
he's-
the Joe List thing and all that, maybe. Or
Yeah, but he's only been here whenever it was Joe List and Friends.
Oh, okay.
And it was but this time, but exactly. But I kept saying, I'm like, it's someone who has not been to Soul Joel's. And then people were like, "Well, technically Louis hasn't been to Pottstown."
that's not the game I'm playing here.
Yeah. So it's Ian Bagg.
Dude, this is a big one, bro. I mean, this is like a comics comic.
Yeah.
This is when you start hearing comics talk about people they respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This guy comes up a lot.
Yeah.
This guy's been on my list since before I really even started going to see comedy. Like
Really?
Yeah, he's been.
He's got 500,000 followers on Facebook and like Comedy Store legend.
Yes.
Always mentioned in the top 10, if not the top,
No
as
doubt.
far as crowd work and improv.
Dude.
Yeah.
He's the man, bro. Like, I'm so excited. This is just this is a big one for me for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't even. I mean, I'm at a loss for words because this is huge. Like this is. I don't know how to quantify it, but it's big.
Well, and you know, a few people have told me like, you know, like Deanna. Do I think people are going to be upset when they find out it's him and not someone like a Louis or Sam Morril? And I go, technically, I'm like, he has a following,
Right.
similar to both of them.
Yeah.
I go, and if you're a comedy fan, you're gonna know who it is.
For sure.
Yeah.
All the guys that we, like that I've met through coming to your shows,
Yeah.
all of them are going to be like, if even maybe they can't come tonight. Some of them might be here, some of them might
Yeah.
not. But they'll all be like, oh, I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's a serious deal.
And the reason why I can't say his name in a Real Wise Mystery is because he's at Punchline in Philly the rest of the weekend.
Right on.
So his agent told me, he goes, as long as I can't even post pictures tonight.
Yeah.
Until Sunday.
Till Sunday, right?
Till
Yeah.
after he's at Punchline, because he doesn't want any flack, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Which that
yeah.
territorial thing, however
Yeah.
that I get that, but it's just this is a good one. This is a big deal.
yeah.
You know?
So you think the crowd's gonna react?
Damn right.
Yeah.
Damn
Yeah.
right, bro. I can't
Yeah.
imagine they wouldn't. I mean,
Yeah.
dude,
And I have Mel Harris hosting, who's a bona fide feature.
for sure.
Crushes, and then Chip Chantry,
Get out.
who's really a headliner.
Chip's featuring?
Yeah.
Get the hell out, dude. This
Yeah.
is gonna be a good night.
So it's going to be good even before the show before the headliner gets on. You know what I mean? Like before Ian is introduced.
dude,
Not before the show starts. Yeah, yeah.
But no, that's big, bro.
Yeah.
That's huge.
and it's on a Wednesday.
It's come on.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you can't. What else? What the hell?
Yeah, one guy just commented, goes, took me a half a day. He goes, but all you got to know is Soul Joel doesn't book jabronis. Well, not quite how I would sum it up, but thank you.
So funny, man.
But I get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dude, this is the second time after Louis that I've done it. It was Sam Morril,
Right.
and
right.
now this.
Yeah.
I want to start doing it more. But people should realize the magnitude of what it is.
Dude, for real. Listen, if anybody's expecting your secret guest to be like Kevin Hart or something, they're fucking off their goddamn rocker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah,
Be
well,
realistic.
Multiple times, and obviously this is going to keep happening, but people that are messaging me about Matt Rife.
Yep.
And
Dude, we loved Matt Rife. Duh.
Duh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he happens to be arguably the hottest comic on the planet right now.
he has a billboard in Times Square about his new, which I can't even imagine how much that costs. I know how much my billboards cost in suburban Montgomery County.
But that's probably,
Times Square.
It's probably the most expensive billboard on the planet.
That's not, yeah, I would imagine. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he's
And his
doing,
handsome face is gracing it.
Yeah. Dude, exactly. I talked to his agent, and his agent laughed when I said it because knowing that I was joking.
Right.
And he goes, yeah, when he stops doing, when he gets down
Yeah.
to doing 1,000-seat places,
Yeah, once he's
I
hit
will
that,
let you know.
Once he's hit the first like facelift point in his
Yeah.
early 40s.
I think Fall from Grace is what he said.
The Fall from Grace tour. Book it now, dude. Matt Rife Fall from Grace tour 2037.
We're here for it. Dude, but I'm like, listen, I go, we would love him.
Yeah.
I go, and I go, but he's doing arenas right now, 10 to 20,000.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, I know, I follow him, but I think he would really enjoy your crowd. I go, first of all, if we announce it's Matt Rife, it's not going to be my crowd.
Right.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you're saying.
Right.
But
And that's a very well intended, but people just don't understand the reality of things sometimes. It's like
Yeah.
when wasn't it Bob that came to you about a buddy that suggested this great comic named Burt Kreischer that you ought to look into?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
sorry, Santander's got him.
yeah, 8,000.
Right, exactly.
Exactly. But this just in, Bob just texted me, and his boss, same guy, suggested Matt Rife. I swear to God.
You got to be kidding me.
Sweet.
That's so awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Next week's
Yeah.
next week will be Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
And then he'll suggest just keep going down there.
The
Joe
top
Rogan.
picks. Exactly. I get it.
Yeah. Like I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
Dude, hilarious.
Oh yeah.
So here's a good reason. You know, I love my analogies. Here's a good analogy. Ian Bagg is very much like a 10 years further into his career West Coast Sam Morril.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they are ultra respected comics. There is nobody that doesn't respect Sam Morril as a joke writer. You know what I mean? And
just the fact that we're getting him here, we're
Yes.
going to put his name and face on the wall. People are going to say they saw him.
Yes.
They'll see him on Facebook, social media, see he has 500,000 followers.
yeah, man,
Does a bunch of videos, posts a bunch of clips.
dude,
Yeah.
it's gonna be awesome. Bro.
Yeah. So you think industry-wise, it's a respect.
100%. 100%. He's one of those cats. You know, I've never heard a bad word. I've never heard a comedian say anything bad about Ian Bagg, and not just that, but it's all like rave glowing reviews.
Right.
And comedians don't do that
Yeah.
a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not blowing each other constantly.
Well, dude, I know for a fact they're not. No.
The Rainbow Tour, maybe.
Yeah. No, but I mean, and that's where I was actually going to go with this is that you get so self-absorbed, man, because like when I'm on social media, I'm posting our own stuff.
Yeah.
That people are like, oh, I posted this and that about their dog or their cat. I'm like, listen, I appreciate what you're saying, but I'm barely keeping up with. I thought the show tonight was at 8.
Dude.
I'm barely keeping track of my own schedule.
I don't know how you do it.
Yeah.
I don't have a clue.
Well-
and still have time to fire off a nice birthday post, put
Yeah.
a bunch of pictures together and all
Yeah,
that for
yeah.
me, and you know,
Yeah.
and then
Every once in a while, I think of something.
dude, it's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
I did it the morning of. I wanted to do it at midnight, but that's what I did for Jess and I did for Ronan.
Dude, I performed for 1 hour for the first time in 2.5 years. I ignore everybody for 2 weeks.
1 week prior, 1 week after. That's so funny.
Turn into like, don't bother me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
My mom. Oh, I forgot about this, brother. Sorry.
Yeah.
My mom
No.
called me up a couple days before the show, just to say some nice stuff, right? And at one point she goes, "So how are you feeling?" I go, "I don't need that shit."
Oh, you're
Sorry, Mom.
You were getting a little irritable.
So my head at that moment,
Yeah.
it was, is everything wrong with you still wrong with you?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And all she was doing was just trying to make sure I was cool for the show. You know what I mean? So she'll never watch this, but sorry, Mom.
Dude, no. But that's why I get when comics are here for the first time, or like bigger comics like Nick DiPaolo, Jim Brewer, Yamanika Sanders.
Oh, it sucked. I missed her.
Dude, she was great, man.
killed?
Dude, first of all, I had Lou Mazzano go on stage. Crush. He's gonna be doing the roast battles here now.
Oh, I can't
He's
wait.
bringing roast battle here.
He's the one.
He's the one.
I didn't realize that. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
he's the one. Met him through Steve Rinaldi. Well, I met him years ago.
Okay.
But Steve Rinaldi
Reintroduced
brought him,
or whatever.
Reintroduced, and he went up and crushed.
Dude.
And Lauren tried to check him in to the band, Brass Pocket.
What a ride.
She goes, "Oh, did you buy a ticket?" He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm hosting the comedy show in there. I'm sorry, I was just in here checking it out."
It's so funny.
I go, "My mom tried to check in Ben Bailey, so don't feel bad at all."
so awesome.
She goes, "But I should have known him." Like, so I go, "Don't worry about it."
So funny.
Yeah, Jonathan Randall, who also has 40-some thousand followers on Instagram, following, was here for the first time. He used to do Soul Joel Productions 10 years ago.
Get out.
Just hadn't been on my radar.
Yeah,
and,
you just hadn't crossed paths or for whatever
yeah,
reason.
and just reconnected. Dude, he goes on stage and smacks this crowd in the mat. Like, dude went hard.
Love it.
He went hard, and it's mostly crowd work into his bits. But
Okay.
dude, and
Is he another guy that's going to be part of the roast battle too, or?
no. This was who Yamanika brought, which I thought because
Gotcha.
he drove, and then I get back, I because the restaurant was closed Saturday night, so I went and grabbed some Gazzo steaks, which we got to go check that out, man. It's unbelievable.
I've heard enough about them now to know that I want to go.
Yeah, dude, it's so good. And but when I pull back and I see a car trying to drive into the dome, like to the dome.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah, but it's because when I first started doing shows here, that's where Google Maps pinpointed me. Was the dome on the property?
Oh, I see.
So it was Yamanika.
Oh, no way.
And Jonathan Randall.
Oh, that's so funny.
Jonathan Randall goes, "That's Soul Joel," and she rolls out and she goes, "Hey, she was driving."
What?
Yeah, and I just assumed it was Jonathan.
I would have bet $1,000 Yamanika doesn't drive anywhere.
Exactly.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And me too. So we would have both been down. We would have doubled
You're
down.
right, totally.
Yeah.
We
Whether
would've
we
lost
each
it
made our
all.
own bets or we're splitting it.
Baby would have got no shoes.
Dude, I lost both our shirts.
And that would have been
Yeah.
bad for everybody.
Bad all the way around. All the way around. So she comes in and I'm trying to make it feel at home. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm very sensitive at that time because I'm very heightened because I'm trying to make sure everything runs smoothly.
100%.
And I want to make sure that's all I have.
Yep.
Whether there's not a crowd, there is a crowd. I want to make sure the talent has fun.
Yep.
They come in, I show Jonathan the crowd. Yamanika was having a cigarette. She didn't want to smoke in the car or whatever. And then comes back in. She's doing an Instagram live. And I go, oh, I'm sorry, Yam. I just wanted to see if you wanted something to drink. She goes, get me a mocktail. Don't worry, baby. And then she's doing her hair on Instagram. Dude, it was so funny.
A riot.
Yeah.
That's one funny woman, man.
Yeah,
Holy
dude. And
shit.
And Jonathan is so high energy, like she goes on a stool, and I go, oh, this is not going to be good.
Interesting.
And I thought we just had a smaller crowd because I just told you, like, we had Nick the night before, and we've just had huge crowds every night. And she was just in LA taping, and with Netflix is a joke, and we did a bunch of stuff. She had just gotten back. Didn't end up promoting it until like Thursday. She said she messed up and she can't wait to come back, and we're gonna get more people out.
Beautiful.
But we had a smaller crowd, so I thought it was gonna be one of those times where the comic mailed it in.
Right, I get you.
Dude, she was just bringing them into her world.
She was resetting.
Resetting the room, sitting on the stool, brought them into her world, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom. Dude, destroyed.
Beautiful.
She was supposed to do 45 minutes to an hour. She does an hour and 19.
Wow.
And a smaller crowd. Like,
Bro.
that should have been the crowd. That should have been the show itself.
And from what you're describing from the feature, it sounds like he's the kind of guy that a lot of people don't have the balls to use as a feature.
Yes, exactly. Because, yeah, dude, you got to leave some meat on the bone for them.
Right.
But she said, she goes, if no one, because, I mean, he was like borderline insulting, but he's so friendly.
Yeah.
He's talking to all the crowd, and she goes, I know if the crowd's loving Jonathan and no one attacks him, we good.
That's so awesome, dude. That's so awesome.
And it was perfect, man.
I love
it was
that.
Perfect. And the show was great. People were posting, thanks for bringing Yam here, and can't wait to come back. Dude, it was awesome, and I truly feel like we're building it, man.
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
And like we've talked about this off air, but I mean, obviously I have to do my own show. That is always going to be a priority. But this was a like Ian Bagg. This was a name on my list.
I know.
This is somebody I really wanted to see.
Yeah.
And let me give you props too for being what you always do, which is an equal opportunity booker, because there aren't a whole lot of people on this planet that are booking Nick DiPaolo and Yamanika Saunders
The same weekend.
back-to-back nights.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, well, and dude, and it's been told to me when the last time Nick was here, based on stuff he said, that he should publicly apologize, one, if not privately apologize to this woman.
The idiot that brought the baby?
No.
Oh, okay.
But, dude, side note, the one you're talking about, I ended up seeing it at UPS.
Oh.
And now that baby infant is now 3.
Holy crap. I
And
guess
she
it would
goes,
be,
"Oh,
yeah.
you're Soul Joel," and I was mailing out a bunch of shirts and merchandise, and she goes, "Remember this little guy? He saw Nick DiPaolo 2 years ago. You're out of your mind,
Dude, for real.
Yeah,
For real.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
yeah. But it was what Nick
So
said
funny.
at the end. But
Yeah,
I'm
well-
like, yeah, it was what Nick said at the end of the show.
Okay.
And it's just like, dude, we're a free speech venue.
Yeah, man.
And I'm not getting caught up in cancel culture.
Nope.
And everyone should say that, whether it's someone from Fox News or we're having a Pride event.
Yep.
And with drag queens or whoever it is, and the left, the right, the middle, we're free speech.
You're running
And
the
that's
whole
what it
gamut,
is.
dude.
The
And-
whole gamut. And we can't just book one or book the other. And I'm not going to be swayed on who I should book or who I shouldn't book. And I'm not going to I'm not going to succumb to this peer pressure, man.
I love it.
Because I can't have just one, the left, or just one, the right,
Right.
to come to my events.
Nope.
Because no one comes out every week.
You just limited your fan base by 50% of the population.
Exactly. And whoever it is.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter, because then 4 years from now, it's going to change again.
And then whichever, say you did pick a side, right?
Yeah.
Whatever side you picked, doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Then there's infighting.
Yes.
Then there's, oh, well, this person's not this enough.
the radical.
Or this is, right.
Or they're moderate.
Exactly. Fuck all that.
It's wild, dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
No. I am all for it. I support it 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
I say it at every opportunity. You know it. I
Yeah.
love it.
And
You're here.
Craig Shoemaker actually has something that he says is the laughter party, because he brings everybody together through laughter.
I love that.
And it's like the best way to put it,
I love that.
because it shouldn't matter, man.
Nope.
and you can't get caught up in that.
That's right. That's right.
And to be honest, before all this became so polarizing, I lived in New York, and these were all my friends.
Yeah, right.
And now I'm bringing them to Pennsylvania.
Right.
It doesn't matter, man.
And by the way, the most liberal comic you know probably has hung out with Nick DiPaolo at some point at the Cellar.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that person that you want to that your side, you want to see your side, but they're friends with the person you're pissed about.
Yeah.
Being booked. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Yeah. So
It doesn't matter, man.
Nope,
but
that
everybody has their niche followings now.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you are successful enough and smart enough to build up your following to the point where you have a crowd on a Friday or
Yeah.
Saturday night,
Yeah.
here's the venue.
Dude, I mean, and look at this weekend too. I got Steve Byrne, and then I have Tim Butterly,
Right.
and then the following week, we got Raymond the Amish comic.
Yes. Yes.
Not what you think.
Dude, come see him. If you don't know,
Yeah.
come see him. I'm not going to spoil surprise, but it is not what you think, like he said.
And then we rebooked Jokes and Jazz with Wally Collins,
Love it.
and he's bringing John Fish and Aaron.
No shit.
Yeah.
Aaron.
McGuire.
No shit.
Dude, so the freaking show is
Wow.
gangbusters, man,
Yeah.
and a jazz band.
Fish is great, dude. I love
Yeah.
John Fish.
Yeah. So it's
great.
like, but these are the type of events. And then the following weekend, Louis Katz on Friday, Colin Quinn on Saturday.
Jewish guy on Friday, guy who hates. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Totally kidding. Colin Quinn does not hate Jewish people.
Yeah. Dude, and then on Friday night too, we have the roast battle.
Ah, dude, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So that's after the Louis show on.
Yeah.
Oh, what a banger.
Yeah. 9:00 on a Friday.
This is so awesome.
Yeah.
Dude.
And the following week we got April Macy, followed by Jackie the Joke Man.
I love
So,
it,
dude, every
dude.
week
I
is
love
different,
it.
man.
I love it.
Different.
I love it. And
And-
it's different every night,
Yeah, and every time it's 50% people have been there before and 50% are brand new.
which is awesome.
And that's why our
how
email
you
list
keep
is up.
growing.
It's over 27,000.
Wow, it's
And
that
we're
high
about to
now?
announce we have 3 billboards now.
Where's the third going to be?
So we have the one that you
I see on
pass
422 on
to-
my way from Lancaster.
The other one is going to be on Ridge Pike. If you follow High Street down about 2 miles, it's in Limerick.
Okay, I know Ridge Pike. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be right there. So it's
Okay.
going to be in the territory where I used to be.
My yoga place is on Ridge Pike.
Yeah. So you'll be able to see it. It's where the Arcadia, it's like
a mall or
there's like a
strip mall or
55 and older community. There's a circle right there.
Okay.
It's like right there, and then it's the third one is going to be down by Oaks,
Okay.
almost at King of Prussia on 422.
Oh, beautiful.
And that's going to rotate, but
Beautiful. So you're
So-
almost triangulating the place.
and just getting it out to new people.
Dude, that's brilliant.
Because social media how much more can I do on social
Right,
media?
right. You try the different
get the word
angles.
out there, email blast, and now I'm trying to hit people for real life.
Yes.
Like out in the wild.
Yeah, the people like me that, like now I know where to find you on
Yeah.
social media. But before I met you, I wouldn't find anything on social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Dude, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. You get the
Yeah.
old schools like me coming, you get the new school, you get it all.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Dude, and a guy yesterday, we had his father's funeral luncheon here, a bereavement they call it. He was the head of maintenance, and people had sent me messages like that have come here and like told me about this guy. But he brought me one of the original wood chairs
Get out.
and said it was like one of the chairs that was used when Reagan was here.
Wait, Reagan was here?
Oh, you never saw the picture?
No, I never heard this. Tell that. We never talked about it on the pod, I'm sure, either.
So, President Reagan. Now, I was saying a month before he was elected,
Okay.
and then became president in 1980. But this guy was telling me it was a year and a month. But it was future it had one of his
So it would have been like October of 78.
79. Oh, so it was a month before. We have to look it up.
We'll have to look it up.
Because it's future President Reagan, and it was a Republican Party raising money here. And they had
No, that guy's right, because the election would be November of 80, and then he'd be inaugurated in January of 81, I think.
81.
Yeah, either way.
Oh, yeah, because this year is 2024. It's an election year. It'd be,
Yeah.
yep, right.
We got there. Look at that. Look at us. Math, Bob,
Yeah.
double check our work.
Yeah. Bob's listening. Bob's still listening.
We know.
Yeah, but it was future President Reagan. 2,200 people in the ballroom.
He's doing a talk or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
wow.
speaking. It was a fundraiser.
Dang.
They said they all knew at that point that he was the one that was going to run, but
They didn't realize he was going to be Ronnie that became.
yeah, exactly. That 8-year run.
One of the,
2-term presidents.
one of the I think they'll. No, I take it back. Never mind. But yeah, one of the more popular presidents in his time.
Yeah, exactly.
Also very disliked too, like by everybody is by the other party. But he was very popular at the time.
Yeah. What were we gonna say? Because Obama became right, or were we gonna say?
No, I was thinking. I was
Bush?
thinking he was the last of the last 2-term Republican, but Bush Jr. was.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, it's wild, man. But I mean, that's I just love having people, share with me what this place means to them.
It's amazing.
All the time. It's just coming back to life.
Yeah, the stuff that goes on here, and then I run into Margie, and she's seen so much of it,
I saw Marge in the CVS parking lot.
Really?
Right before this was happening on Saturday night with
Yamanika?
Yeah. And I'm with Lauren, and she's like, I'm like, by the way, this is Lauren. We walk away. Lauren's like, I've met her, but, and she goes, oh, I'm going to play bingo, and and I'll be there. When's bingo next? And I go, it's next Wednesday. She goes, all right, I'll be there. And she goes, what else is going on? Because she goes, I don't know what I would do if it wasn't for this place. And she literally writes it down in her planner and when she's going to be here. And at least comes twice a week.
It's amazing.
Whatever event it is.
So cool.
And then she goes, all right, well, I'm off to Sunnybrook. I go, nope, it's Saturday. We don't have bingo. She goes, well, I'll figure it out. I'm like,
oh, she's the best, man. She's the best.
I go, well, this is maybe why they don't want people driving at a certain point. For Drinks, Jokes, and Storytelling. Drinks, Jokes, and Storytelling. That was my old pod.
I was like, did you just make that up on the fly?
We're not drinking. and I have some balls making fun of Marge after that.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's so awesome.
I'm also losing my mind.
Yeah, here at the Joe Rogan Experience. We're here at Tuesdays with Stories.
I just turned 50.
Tiger Belly.
Bring them out. For Alan Hill, this is Soul Joel, and I just lost my mind.